Hello, I am Wander001, and this is a progression of how I made my way from starting with a basic point-and-shoot camera all the way up to a digital SLR. Now, I had thought about doing a very clickbaity title, but this is actually just where I've ended up and where I think I'll be going in the future. So, starting off way back when I was in high school, I took a photography class and I wanted a film camera, because I'm showing my age there, for Christmas one year. Ended up with this guy here. This is the PowerShot A520. It is a basic digital point-and-shoot camera, and I'll come over here. I mean, really, really basic. Only 4 megapixels there. Teeny tiny screen. I use this purely for photography. I did not actually use it for video recording at all, but I wanted something to be able to shoot photography on because that's really where I started my journey here in photography. A couple of years later, I worked my way up to purchasing this, the Canon PowerShot S3IS. So I wanted this because it was a mega zoom camera. It had which was unheard of at the time, a flip out rotating mini LCD screen there. And this could take both photography and video, just like the original little guy here. But this is actually where I started making YouTube videos using this camera. Now, back in 2008, I was really into nut and fancy videos, so I liked all his knife reviews and things like that. I had just recently purchased a knife, and I thought, hey, I could be the next nut and fancy. So I made a really bad video about my Recon 1 knife. Not the greatest of quality, but it was my starting point. Now, back in 2008, I really didn't upload frequently with this camera. I would do something every now and then, a new knife that I might have gotten, a new tool. Those videos really didn't take off. But in 2012, still using this camera, I made a video about a Wi-Fi router, the Netgear N300, and that video took off. So from that point forward, I started concentrating more on technology reviews because, well, one, it was my background, and two, I really liked them a lot more than I liked knives. I liked knives back then, but I liked technology a lot more. So from that point forward, I started using the PowerShot S3 here to do all of my YouTube filming. Well, I came up with some shortcomings with this, mainly being that it was only 640 by 480, so I was not shooting in high def at the time, and because this was a camera first and a video option second, anytime I was filming, it would have a blinking light on the front of it, and in those earlier videos, you can tell when I'm too close to something, and it sits there and you can see the blink. Well, after that, this guy started having problems holding focus, so at that point I decided that I needed to update the video camera that I used. I still used this for photography, so you even got the fancy barrel there and filter and everything. I still used this for photography at the time, but needed something better for video. In fact, I still use this for photography up until the end of 2017. Primarily because it was easy to find batteries for this. It was just ran off of 4 AA batteries. You could walk into any store and get those. But after this had trouble holding focus during video filming, I moved over to this. This is the handheld camcorder Canon Vixia HFR 400, and this became the staple of what I would film my YouTube videos with. I liked it. It filmed in 1080, 60 frames a second. Even when I started off, I still filmed in 60 frames a second. Full HD because, well, the algorithm liked full HD at the time, just like it likes 4K videos now. So going forward, this is what I used. The videos that came out were very good. The one problem I found with this is when I would go away, I would have both my video camera here and still my point and shoot camera. So realistically, the best camera to have is the camera that's on you, and carrying 2 of these was a bit cumbersome. And I always felt awkward taking out the camcorder to film something, as opposed to when I did it with the camera there, people just thought you were taking pictures. So Still using this for home video, for YouTube videos, and still using that for photography. Moving on, this is a stand-in for my Google Pixel 2. In early 2018, I took my Google Pixel 2 on a vacation, along with the 2 other implements over there, and did not use either of these when I was on vacation. I solely used the Pixel 2. In fact, in Savannah, there was a building that was in shadow. I took a picture with my Pixel 2, again, stand-in, and I could not read the lettering that was on this building. But the Pixel 2, using its good lens and machine algorithm, was able to show me what that looked like. It was amazing to me. So later that year, we went on a vacation, and I did not take either of these. The camera in my cell phone could now take better pictures than the actual camera and video camera that I had. Well, not necessarily the video camera, but again, the best camera is the one you have on you. And if one, like the cell phone here, can take pictures and video equivalent or better to those 2 items, why not just take one thing? So my wife and I went down to Williamsburg and just took our cell phones. And 99.99% pictures, videos came out fine. Well, Pixel 2 audio quality can be a little shaky. The image stabilization, because for this video, I'm actually holding the Pixel 2. So image stabilization is great, but audio quality kind of suffers a little bit. But there was one picture in particular that I was trying to get. It was in the governor's palace, and I wanted to take a fancy shot, and I was trying to take it with the Pixel 2, and I realized something, which was a limitation of a smartphone. I would pretty much have to be lying on the floor to get the picture that I wanted. So, after that, I invested in this, the Canon SL2, which is a digital SLR. Primarily, got this because it can shoot 1080. It does not do 4K videos, which might be a drawback to some, but for me, I hadn't thought I wanted 4K videos yet. But it has a large swiveling 3-inch LCD screen, and that was the big thing. I needed that LCD screen that I could rotate for the pictures that I wanted. Now, this does do very good video too. I started using it for some of my YouTube videos January 1st of 2019. You may have seen some of those. Don't know if you can tell the difference between those and what I was getting for the HFR 400, hopefully better autofocus. But I've come back to a limitation with this style of camera. Now, it's not much bigger than my S3 was, but I did forget a lot that I dislike having this strap. It interferes with my current filming setup. Yes, I realize I can take this off, but I like to keep this around my neck if I'm actually out and about because, again, I'm going back to photography almost. So that's actually one of the reasons that I got this. Not necessarily for videos, because I would have just gotten another camcorder style, but I wanted to actually take better pictures. But I'm running into a limitation with the SL2 because the mic input is over here, and the way that I film, I do not just take this and flip it back into itself. I kind of put it at an angle, and when I have a mic plugged into there, it is blocking the variable angle that I can get from this. So if anybody knows a workaround for something like that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I wasn't trying to be Casey Neistat. I wasn't trying to justify getting a digital SLR for making YouTube videos. I really got one just to take better pictures because that's where I originally started way back when I first started down this road was just photography. Granted, YouTube has been very good. I enjoy making videos that help people out, but really, I got it to take better pictures. I mean, a little rambly and not actually about video, but that's why I got it to take better pictures. It does excellent video. The autofocus on it is sharp and quick, and I love it. If you're looking for a digital SLR to take YouTube videos on, I would recommend it strongly, but I actually got it to take pictures. The video is just a happy circumstance. So, I have been Wanderer 001. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching.